Over the past 25 years, I've walked closely with a lot of young people, and that means I've had quite a few conversations about love and relationships. And one of the things that I've seen quite a number of times is that as young people get close to marriage, especially as the wedding day approaches, they begin to feel guilty and ashamed that they're going to have a sexual relationship with their husband or their wife. Many of them grew up in families or in churches that tried to keep young people pure by talking about sex as something that's wrong or dirty or sinful. So even though they really want to experience it, they have a hard time looking forward to it in a godly way because since they were young, they've been told that it's just bad. And I've told so many of them, a few of them even at their wedding reception, that this desire, this yearning for physical intimacy with your husband or wife is not wrong at all. It's a gift from God. The only thing that makes it sinful is when I do it for my own pleasure and satisfaction outside of the context of the God-ordained husband and wife relationship. It is a gift. But not only is it a gift from God, it is also a beautiful and tangible picture of the even deeper, more satisfying love and spiritual intimacy that we're invited to enjoy with God Himself. And in today's reading from Song of Solomon 3-4, we see a wonderful picture of this mutual desire for tangible love and close intimacy. In chapter 3, the woman is longing to see her beloved, but she can't find him. And so she goes looking for him everywhere. Whoever she meets, she asks if they've seen him. She searches throughout the streets. She asks the night watchman if they've seen her beloved. And when she finally finds him, she says, "I refused to let him go." But earlier, when she couldn't find him, she didn't go looking for another lover. She didn't go looking for someone else who could satisfy her. This is really important because this isn't talking about love or intimacy as some kind of generic desire to be satisfied by whoever we can find. This is about relationship. 4 times in these few verses, she refers to him as the one whom my soul loves. She's not looking for a lover. She's looking for him. And this is a beautiful picture of the healthy, God-given desire for intimacy between a husband and a wife with the one who you are fully committed to in a relationship of covenant love. It's also a picture of the person who seeks God with all their heart, like David in Psalm 63, who says, "Oh God, you are my God. I will earnestly seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh yearns for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water." And this woman doesn't just desire her husband in secret. She loves him. She delights in him. And she tells whoever will listen to her, "Look, there is the one whom my soul loves." In chapter 4, we hear the love and delight that the groom has in his bride. And some of the imagery sounds a bit strange to us. For example, I know my wife would not be at all flattered if I told her, "Honey, today your hair is like a flock of goats." But what is clear in this passage is that the groom is basking in the beauty of his bride. In his eyes, there is no one like her. And he doesn't only want to look at her beauty, he wants to be close. He wants to experience her beauty. He says, "You are altogether beautiful, my darling, and there is no blemish in you." Really? No blemish? Is that true? Of course not. Nobody's actually perfect, but his love for her says, "She's perfect for me. In my eyes, she is absolutely pure, with no blemish at all." That kind of love is only made possible when it flows from the source of that kind of love, the God who knows all of our imperfections, who knows all of our sinfulness, yet through the cleansing blood of the cross of Christ, we are made absolutely perfect in His sight. And the presence of His Spirit in us comes near and fills our life with the fullness of His love. So this picture of delight between a husband and wife that we see in Song of Solomon is beautiful, but it's pointing to something much greater. It's pointing us to the source of the even more beautiful and infinitely more satisfying love that we're invited to share with God Himself, and the delight and the love that He has for us. Listen to Zephaniah 3, verse 17. This is God's heart towards His people. He will take great delight in you. He will quiet you with His love, and He will rejoice over you with singing.